Hi dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Roots of Biology. In this channel, I teach biology for high school students. So I think suppose if you see my videos, then you will come to know what all the chapters I'm doing. So now I am doing for class 10th, that is how do organisms reproduce lesson, that is chapter 7, it is for Cbse syllabus. Okay. So in our previous class, I explained about the fertilization in flowering plants. Suppose children, if you not show those videos, please go back to my videos. I completed life processes lesson and also how do organisms reproduce lesson. Please go through those videos, then you will understand better. So today let us continue with this lesson, that is reproduction in human beings. We are all human beings, right? So suppose if we see some characters from our parents which are quite similar, right? We have eyes are like father, or might be our the way of walking is like mother, the way of talking is like father, or the skin color is different, right? So it might we may mimic our parents, or I can say we get those characters from my parents. So these are all process how it is get transferred. Is it possible for species to get this characteristic features alone? Never. It is very difficult to get those characteristic features. There is a particular process. I already told you while explaining you about the reproduction in flowering plants. Here also the same thing, that is reproduction. It is a such process where there is a fusion of both male as well as female. I mean to say parents, like both mother as well as father. So they involve in the formation of a new baby. So they will the both male and female gametes, it undergo fusion, it will undergo fusion, and later it will produce a new species, so new organism, or I can say the new baby. So this is what we called as reproduction. So are you all curious to know about this reproduction in human beings? Come, why to waste our time now? Let us discuss about this reproduction in human beings now. Okay, so I already told you, so all the living things make more of their own kind. Every plants, animals, and every tiny organisms like bacteria, they reproduce their species. The process will continue and it is keep on going. Okay, so without reproduction life would not continue, I can say this. Okay, I already discussed with you there are two types of reproduction, asexual and sexual reproduction. We human beings will come under sexual reproduction. So this need two parents, usually male and female. They each give half of their genetic material to make a new organism. So that is why we can say the babies are exact copy of their parents, right? So there might be some changes we can see, but the exact most of the characteristic features are like our parents only. Even we will get some diseases from our parents, right? So like the people doctors used to ask you, right? Sometime if you visit any doctor shop, they may ask held if you would have observed, they would have asked to the elders that, so whether you have carried any disease from your parents, whether your parents is having any diabetes or anything. So like this, not only physical characteristic features, even genetic characteristic features will also get transferred from our parents. So this is what we call as reproduction. So let us try to understand how this reproduction occur in our human beings in our next slide. Okay, come let us discuss about this. Okay, children, now let us try to understand about the secondary sexual characters. So, Oriole look alike. So, when he was in first standard, so when you now you are in 10th standard, right? So, do you look similar from the day one when you born to till now? There is a lot of changes in your body, right? So, there are some changes which you feel, or you feel yourself that why I'm getting these changes. So right, so there is a both male reproductive organs in human beings become functional after attaining a sexual maturity. So I can say it's a puberty, or I can say the physical changes we can notice in both male as well as female species. Okay, so sexual maturity, usually human beings that attain at the age of 13 to 14 years. In female, it is attained at the age of 12 to 13 years. Okay, so let us discuss about this age is known as the age of puberty. Okay, so this age in male it is 13 to 14 years, in female it is 12 to 13 years. So during sexual maturity, what happen? Hormonal changes take place in a male and female, and under the influence of these hormones, secondary sexual characteristics are developed. You want to study in detail about the hormones and all when you go to higher classes, children. So these hormones are the chemical messengers. It is helpful to undergo many changes in our body. Okay, so then, are you all curious to understand? So what are the characters then it will change in male? So it include deepening of voice. You can see the voice change in boys, right? So and widening of shoulders. Shoulders become widened, and appearance of beard and mustache. So that is also one important characteristic features you are observing, and growth of axillary and pubic hair. So that is the another important characteristic features you can see, and also enlargement of external genital organs and formation of a sperm. So these are the characteristic features we can see in a male. Okay, so suppose I think you may understand these features, and let us try to understand about the what are the characteristic features we can see in female then. So including the growth of the axillary and pubic hair, it is slightly different when compared to male, and also widening of pelvis and hip, enlargement of the breast, and initiation of the menstrual cycle. I will explain you in my next class about menstrual cycle. Okay, so these are the changes we can see in girls. Okay, appearance of hair underarms and around the genitals, development of the breast, and widening of hips and pelvis, start of menstrual and ovulation. So we'll study about that later. So these are the characteristic features we can see in both male as well as female. I hope you understand, children. Let us move on to the next slide. That is very important. That is a male reproductive organ. Come, let us discuss about that. Okay, children, now let us study about the male reproductive part. Okay, so it is a very important organ. Okay, children, which is why it is responsible then? It is responsible for producing and also storing and delivering sperm. Okay, as well as producing a male sex hormones. So primarily we call it as a testosterone. So it play a very important role human reproduction, that is helpful for enabling the fertilization of the female egg. So it mainly consisting of the both external as well as internal organs. What are the external organs which is present here? So the external organs which is present in this is penis. So like this you can see here, have a look at this picture, children. So this is called penis, and we have a scrotum. Okay, and testes. Okay, so these are testes. So like this, these are the external organs, and internal organs include, there are some internal organs which is present inside, that is what we called as epidermis. Okay, epidermis and vas deferens. You can see this tube-like structure is called vas deferens, and seminal vesicle. You can see here. So this is seminal vesicle, and certain prostate glands will be present, and urethra. So these are the prostate glands will be present here, see here, and urethra so will be present here. So these are the important structure of a male reproductive part. You have to understand well, children. They may ask you an examination about the parts, about the function. Sometimes they will tell you to label it. Okay, so you have to practice diagram well. Then only it will be easy for you to answer in examination. Okay, so what happened here? Let us study in detail about these parts. Okay, so the male gamete, the sperms are produced within the male reproductive system. So what are sperms then? These are the small unicellular structure with a head, middle piece, and a tail which is present in its structure. So now let us study one by one about the different parts of a male reproductive system. Okay, so have a look at this here. Testicles, or I can say testes. It's a pair of oval shaped organs. It's a pair of oval shaped organ. It is present in a pouch like structure called scrotum. So why it is responsible? They are responsible for the production of sperm and a male hormone called testosterone. Okay, it is helpful for production of sperm and also producing the male hormone called testosterone. I hope you got it, children. So this is the function of testis, which is followed by another structure called scrotum. So what is the scrotum then? It is a sac-like organ, you can see. So it usually we can see it's hang below the penis and behind it. So it is the house of testicles. I can say it is the house of testicles or testis, and it will helpful to maintain the temperature that is required for the production of the sperm by it. Scrotum, that is a major function of that. It is helpful to maintain the temperature around 2 degrees Celsius. So it will protect that inside the testis which is present there. So that is a major function of scrotum. I hope you got it, children. So which is followed by the next structure, vas deferens. So here you can see here. Okay, so the sperm produced in testis, whatever the sperm which is produced in a testis, sperm are necessary gamete for reproduction process from male. Okay, so in female it is egg which is produced by the ovary. Okay, so then we have a vast difference. And then the sperms which is produced in testes, which are stored in a tube called, you can see it is stored in a tube called epididymis. Okay, epididymis. Here the sperm get matured. Okay, later it will pass through the urethra. It will pass through the urethra through the muscular tube called vas deferens. It is a tube-like structure. Through this it will pass. Okay, the sperms produced in testes are stored in a tube called epididymis. Got it, children? So later what happens? The sperms get matured. Once it is matured and passed to the urethra to the muscular tube called vas deferens. Okay, so that is the function of vas deferens. And it includes three accessory glands. I'm going to tell you about important accessory glands function. So namely the first one is seminal vesicle. These are called accessory glands which is present inside, and another structure called prostate gland, and another one is Cowper's gland. Okay, these are three important structure. So you're going to study about Cowper's when you go to higher class in detail. The secretion from three glands mix to form a fluid called semen. Okay, it will produce a fluid called semen. So semen nourishes the sperm. What is the function of semen, children? Semen, it is helpful to nourish the sperm. It increases the volume and helps in the lubrication. So that is the major function of these glands. Okay, next part is penis. You can see your penis. So penis is a cylindrical tube-like structure which serves a both reproductive organ and a excretory organ. They will pass urine through this only. Okay, so then it delivers sperm into the vagina during sexual intercourse. When they will undergo sexual intercourse, so that time what happen? So this sperm it will release the through into the vagina. Okay, so this is the major functions of different organs of a male reproductive system. So the male reproductive system, it is very important, children. In examination they may ask you the functions of different parts of a male reproductive system. Please understand better. And then urethra is a tube-like structure. It connects urinary bladder to the urinary meters, and in male urethra travel through the penis and mainly involved in the main function. What is the function of urethra then? So it include in the region, it included in the urinary tract, the tract urine from the bladder where semen is ejaculated. That is the function, and that is the prostate. And also the prostate grow larger with the age. If the prostate grow too much, it can block the urine flow through the urethra and responsible some urinary symptoms. Sometimes it may cause some effects also. Okay, so these are the important structure of a male reproductive system. I hope you got it, children. Now let us study about the very important part, that is female reproductive system. Okay, children, now are you all ready to learn about female reproductive system? Yes, come. Please understand better what are the parts present in examination. They may ask you about the parts, they may tell you to label it, or they may ask you some application level questions based on the functions. Okay, so this female reproductive system, you can see here. What is this then? Reproductive system, it is mainly designed for several functions. What are the functions it will play? First, producing female sex cell. That is what we call as egg or ova. Okay, and also it will provide the environment for fertilization. Fertilization, already told you children, the fusion of both male and female gametes. From a male it is sperm and from a female it is egg. The fusion of these two result in the formation of a zygote. Later that zygote develop into an embryo, then it will become a fetus or a baby. So that is why we can say it provide the environment for fertilization. Got it children? And also it support the development of fetus during pregnancy. I think you are all aware of that. The woman may get conceived or pregnant, right? So where this baby develop then? Did you ever think where it will develop? You know that it is developed in a abdomen, but exactly where it is developed in a uterus. Okay children. So and delivering the baby at birth, it consisting of both external and internal organs. So along with complex hormones control will be present. So now let us study about uh, external organs. So what are the different organs which, sorry, what are the different parts will be present in a female reproductive system? What is the function of these parts? Let us understand now. So the first part you are seeing here, these are called two structure. The light color you can see here. So this is called ovaries. Okay, these are very small almond shaped glands which is located either side of the uterus. It is present at the side by. Okay, so what is the function of this then? So it will produce the egg during ovulation. So that is the major function of this. And it secretes female sex hormones called estrogen and progesterone, which regulate the menstrual cycle and pregnancy. So I will tell you about this menstruation next class. So this is the major function of uh, these parts. Okay, that is ovary. So which is followed by another structure called fallopian tubes. So it is a narrow tube. It's around 10 to 12 centimeter long. Usually it is extended from the uterus to the ovaries. Okay, children. So what is the function of this then? So it transport egg from the ovaries to the transport egg from ovaries to the uterus. Okay. So it is a site of fertilization. And also one more thing, fertilization already told you. Am I right? The fusion of male and female gamete result in the formation of a zygote. That is what we call as fertilization. That process will take place in a fallopian tube where sperm meets egg. Okay. So the next part, fallopian tube, it is also called as oviducts. Please don't forget, if they ask you a question about oviduct, you don't think some other answer and write down. Okay children. So this is oviduct. The next is uterus. So uterus, already told you, it is called womb. Okay, so it is a hollow pear-shaped muscular organ. So your all gave before giving your mother, before giving birth to you, this is your place where you grown well. Okay, so then it is a you can see the very important part of a organisms. This is the particular part that is what we called as uterus. Okay, it is a site of implantation for fertilized egg. Once the egg is fertilized, it is stick to this uterus, or I can say implantation. So it support and nourishes the developing fetus. You know those children, 9 months, after 9 months only baby will come out, right? So up to the 9 months, so who will provide the food and nutrition? Of course the mother will provide, but there is a particular organ which is present inside the body. So that is what we called as uterus. It is helpful support and nourishes the developing fetus. So it will contract, it will expand during the childbirth, deliver the baby. The baby will come out through this part. So this is the through vagina it will come out. So you can see about vagina. So vagina, cervix is a lower narrow part of opening into the vagina. Okay, this is what we call a cervix. And let us study about vagina then. It is a muscular elastic tube. It's about 8 to 10 centimeter long. Okay, children. So what is the function of this then? It serves as a passageway for menstrual flow. A menstrual flow. That is, I think, a monthly periodic cycle. So every girls will undergo this process. That is what we call as the menstruation. So I think you know that once the girls reach maturity, so she will undergo for this menstruation cycle. So that is what we called as menstruation. So that every month the cycle will repeat every month once. So she will bleed out. Okay, that is what we called as menstruation. I'll explain you in detail in my next class. So that serve as the passage for menstrual flow. It's receive the penis during sexual intercourse. So during sexual intercourse, it receive the penis during the sexual intercourse. Once the penis enter inside, later only it will release the sperm inside the female body. It acts as a birth canal during childbirth. So these are the major functions of a female reproductive system. So female reproductive system, it has a wonderful function. So that is why we always respect mother, right? She struggled a lot because of us, right? We can say that. So that I hope you got it, children. These are the different structures of female reproductive system. So the next class, I'm going to explain you about. You already told you that is about the menstrual cycle. Please, all of you, go back to my videos and see all my videos. Then you will understand better. Please, all of you, subscribe my channel, because if you subscribe, many of them will come to know about this, and if you share, definitely it will reach to many, so they will also understand better. So try to watch my videos, like, share and subscribe. Okay, so these are the function of female reproductive system. So that is the production of female gametes, that is eggs, reception of sperm during sexual intercourse, which will receive the sperm. It provides an environment for fertilization and development of the embryo. It produces hormones. What are the hormones it will produce? Estrogen and progesterone that regulate reproduction. So, and also it enables the childbirth through the birth canal. So these are the major functions of female reproductive system. Okay, children, let us meet in my next class. Thanks for watching till now. If you have any doubt, if you want to say anything, please come write in a comment box. Okay, let us meet in our next class. Thank you. Okay, children, thanks for watching my videos, and please do watch my videos, like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.